Hey everybody, this is Chuck. I'm the book dweller. It's Sunday evening, March the 10th. I normally do my videos on Saturday, but I went into work and got busy and I'm tired. I like to sleep in. So it's pretty quiet around here. So I thought I'd make a little change in the action here instead of doing kind of horror type stuff. And I thought I'd shift gears and do a little history on this video. So I thought I would concentrate on Thomas Jefferson. I went through my history section back there and picked out all the books that have Thomas Jefferson's name on it. So I thought it'd be a nice Sunday history day. I'm not going to talk about every single book. I'm just going to show them, and then I have a music at the end, like I always do, a little spotlight of music. I think everybody knows the basic story of Thomas Jefferson. He was born in April 13th, 1743 in Virginia. His education included a Bachelor of Arts degree from College of William and Mary. I got some notes over here. I can't remember all this stuff. I already took the test years ago. He became a lawyer in 1767. He served in the House of Burgesses. For Virginia, it's kind of like a General Assembly, but they did have like a British royalty person there to oversee everything. He was a delegate to the Continental Congress. He was the governor of Virginia. He was the minister to France. He was the first Secretary of State. He was a vice president. And then he was the third president of the United States, 1801 to 1809. And then he died July 4th, 1826. And John Adams died on that same day, which is, I guess that's pretty cool. At the age of, Jefferson was 83 years old. Of course, we all know him from the Declaration of Independence, the Louisiana Purchase. He got together the Lewis and Clark expedition. So there's a ton of stuff about Jefferson. It's pretty easy to find. I mean, you have to be a college graduate to get online or go buy books like I did. So I thought I'd just go through and show you some books that I have. Just kind of a nice change from the horror, even though I've got plenty of horror books. I actually have quite a few stacks here. So buckle yourself in. And holy crap. All right. So these are in absolutely no order, as usual. And I don't edit my videos. So we'll go from top to bottom. And I'll just show them to you. And here's what they are. Thomas Jefferson, word for word. You can pretty much figure out what that means. There's that. A little bit of close-up. Get you some glare going. This is the Jeffersonian Persuasion. Evolution of a Party Ideology. Ah, nice. Got some good glare going today. Sweet. Jefferson and Civil Liberties. The darker side. Pretty cool cover. Thomas Jefferson, The Intimate History. That's a big old paperback. Cool. Here's a monster one. Actually, my mother-in-law gave me this book. This is Thomas Jefferson, The Art of Power. I started reading that one. Didn't get that far. That's, some of these monsters, man, I got to be in the right state of mind. So I kept my bookmark in there. Cool. Here's an interesting one. Thomas Jefferson, Author of America by Christopher Hitchens. Nice little hardback. Here's another monster. Madison and Jefferson. Unique relationship between those two. You got the Virginia Mafia going there, if you will. America of Fire. It's all about the election of 1800. So if you thought the bickering, arguing was going on now in the modern era between presidential campaigns, this was brutal. They just didn't have social media back then. Jefferson himself, the personal narrative of a many-sided American. Pretty cool. The American Sphinx, the character of Thomas Jefferson. I read this one. This was really good. Joseph Ellis, one of my favorite historians. I really enjoyed that one. All his books are really good. And then you get a little bit of controversy here. Jefferson and the Indians, the tragic fate of the first Americans. Jefferson was, I don't know, he's one of my favorites just because of the hypocrisy with the Indians, and he was such a supposed abolitionist who, I looked it up a little bit, at one point between all the slaves he had, I think, 600 at one time, or over the course. So, yeah, he was all for, all men were created equal, right? Yeah, we get it, Thomas. All right, here's one, A Strange Case of Mistaken Identity. I'm not going to read off the authors of this because none of us ever heard any of these folks. Well, except for a couple, but these are easy enough to look up. Jefferson Public and Private Papers. Pretty cool. Jefferson and Monticello. Look at that. Look at that sweet glare. Look at that. Pretty sweet. That won the National Book Award finalist. It won the National Book Award finalist. That makes sense. Here's another one. Here's the one. The Wolf by the Ears, Thomas Jefferson and Slavery. And we all, I think everyone knows the story of Sally Hemings, the slave girl that ended up meeting him over in France, that he ended up having multiple children by. So, classic. Okay. Dinner at Mr. Jefferson's. Get a close-up of that. Nice. Nice little hardback. The Quotable Jefferson. Ooh. Jefferson and Hamilton. Not the best relationship between those two. You bring in Aaron Burr into the situation. This one's the Portable Jefferson. Let's see. Not really sure the best way to get rid of that glare. Yeah. Cover my face up. I don't care. And this is actually I think the longest book that he actually wrote was Notes on the State of Virginia. Pretty cool. Oh, we were just talking about Sally Hemings. Thomas Jefferson and Sally Hemings. An American Controversy. I don't think it was that big of a controversy. I mean, what the hell? Oh, actually, I have two copies of this one. The Adams and Jefferson Letters. And another copy of it that my sister gave to me. Thank you very much, Lisa. That's a big one. It's got, that's a lot of letters. I think he ended up writing 18,000 letters, I noticed, when I was doing a little research on the internet here. And the last 6 books are all written by the same guy, Dumas Malone. It was a series. It took me a long time to collect all these, because I was collecting them one at a time, and I either wanted them all in hardback or all in the oversized paperbacks, which I never got, so I ended up getting 3 of each. So, but this is like the ultimate. I don't know how many years it took him to write these, but every one of these books is big. So, I don't know the order. I'm not going to take the time. Jefferson the Virginian. And these all look pretty cool on your shelf. Jefferson and the Ordeal of Liberty. And the third paperback is Jefferson and the Rights of Man. Say, these are all pretty dense books. But it's like the ultimate Jefferson historical collection. So then we have 3 hardbacks. I wish I would have had them all the same, but yeah, you take what you can get. Jefferson, the President, the First Term, 1801, 1805. Look really cool on your shelf. Jefferson, Second Term, 1805 to 1809. Jefferson was pretty smart, but I don't know if he ever learned how to get rid of glare. This is a glaring review. Jefferson and His Time, the Sage of Monticello. And that's the last one in the Book of 6 series. You can still get them. Sometimes they're a little pricier, but you can still find them. It's a great collection to have on your shelf. So that does it for all my Thomas Jefferson books. I was trying to figure out what kind of music I could come across, and I didn't feel like going downstairs. So I ended up picking a Chicago, Illinois death metal band called Broken Hope. to showcase as my musical spotlight. This is Repulsive Conception. Yeah, Repulsive Glare Conception. There, that's not too bad. Loathing. Got the vocals on this. Pretty funny lyrics too. Look at that one. The Bowels of Repugnance. Now there's a title for you. Swamped in Gore. These were all on Metal Blade Records, except for this last one was on Martyr Music Group. And this is Grotesque Blessings. And basically after this one, I think their singer committed suicide. And I stopped following them. Then they got back together. And I think they still have some new ones out, but I didn't get back into them. So that's going to wrap it up. This is a little bit of a shorter video. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I came in and sometimes I just come in and look around and something sparks an interest in me. So that's all my Thomas Jefferson books. I got a ton of history books over here. Political science, horror, So anyway, that's it. I hope everybody has a good rest of the Sunday evening and a good rest of the work week. Thanks everybody for watching, for liking, for subscribing, and for commenting on the YouTube videos. I have a ton of friends now on Instagram, the Book Dweller Instagram page. I'll link that stuff there, and it's been great talking to people about books, the music, some movies. So please keep the comments coming. I usually post every day at least one book, just to kind of keep things rolling, which I enjoy. Some funny stuff, some whatever. So thanks everybody for watching. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.